Thank you. Well, this is a little different. But it's very nice. A beautiful day today. Just a beautiful fall day. It's coming. You can smell it. It's in the air. Few of the trees are starting to turn. And like these seasons, you know that you also have seasons. And people, the nature, the animals, are starting their prep for the winter. Now maybe in your life you don't see winter, summer, fall, spring. And maybe those cycles are not as predicted as they are the seasons. But believe me, all those elements do come and go in your life. And why am I here? I know there are people who have been invited here, come hear Maharaji, hear him speak. And I have to go place to place. Not too long ago, I think not too long ago, I was in Fiji. Well, it was a year ago. I was in Fiji. I'm on my way to India. I've got a couple more events left, one in Toronto, one in Montreal. Then I'm on my way to India to do a whole bunch of events there. And probably by the time I come back to the United States, it's going to be December. But I go and I talk to people. And what is my challenge? What is my challenge? Of course, what I have to say has to come from my heart. It's not a speech that is written. It is not from a book. It has to come from my heart. But what is my challenge? My challenge is for you to empty your bucket. It's not about saying wise things to you. Believe me, wisdom is like this. I got to tell you this joke. So it's been hovering for too long, so it has to come out. There's a guy sitting out in front of a nice open fire, enjoying himself, and all of a sudden there was thunder, there was lightning, and this angel appeared and said, I will grant you one wish. Anything you want of the following three things. I can either give you great wealth, if you so desire. Or, if you so desire, I can make you incredibly handsome. Or, if you want, I can give you incredible wisdom. The guy had been an aspirant, had heard the words wisdom before. Well, sounds good, I'll take wisdom. Lightning, thunder, angel disappears, and sure enough, there's this guy just glowing, sitting there, incredibly wise, thinking. And his friend comes up to him and says, I know that you've chosen the gift of wisdom. What is it that you are thinking about? And he goes, I should have picked wealth. So, Well, now that he's wise, see, he can figure this out. That's a joke, okay? That's just a joke. The point of it is, go place to place, talk to people, and people think I'm going to tell them something that's really going to help them. And I do. Apparently I do. Because people write back and they say, you know, how it has helped them so much since they've been listening to me and so on. But that's not what I tried to do, because you cannot push wisdom into somebody's head. All I tried to do is for you to empty the bucket. Your biggest limitation, I'm saying this for the first time, and this is in Asheville, and I don't know if it's going to be edited or not. So this may be an Asheville exclusive. But your limitation is your imagination. I've never said this before, because I know people will immediately go, no. We can imagine some outrageous things. Yes, you can. But there is something so amazing that it is beyond your capacity to imagine. And that is what I call the peace and joy that resides in your heart. What is peace to people? I've talked about peace a lot. What is peace to people? You know, you would think that by now, when you say the word peace, it would mean the same thing to everyone. It doesn't. Everybody in this world literally has their own version of peace. What peace is? Absence of war is peace. If everybody is fed in this world, that's peace. If everybody is educated in this world, that's peace. If everybody is rich in this world, that is peace. If the governments are not fighting, that is peace. But do you know that there is another war? And this war is deadlier than any war? Because in the war on the outside, you could get lucky. You could get lucky and escape a bullet. No. Just at the right time, you realize your shoelaces have come undone. You bend down and one goes right over your head. You could get lucky. But the war that rages on inside of you is a much deadlier war than the war outside. Because if you do not stop that war, it will cost you. And when politicians speak about peace, I think they're talking about an object, a piece of something. But there are others who actually talk about peace, and it's not an object or part of an object, but it is the ending of the war that rages inside a human being. Do you know that you do not need another person to talk to? Do you know that you can take a vow of silence and not be quiet? You can have a conversation with yourself, an argument with yourself. And it goes on and on and on and on. And after an hour, you don't even know what you were talking about. And it happens. And when I say that your imagination is the limitation, think about this for a minute before you throw this statement or this thought out the window. Think about it. That there is something so amazing inside of you that you cannot comprehend it. That there is something so beautiful inside of you that you cannot compare it, because you have never felt anything as beautiful as that. You know, brain is a funny thing. It tries to fill in as much as it can. If you actually see an object that you have never seen before, brain gets very confused. It's like, what is this? What is it? Your imagination can only take you so far. But in the realm of this heart, in the realm of this inner beauty, there is something that is indeed divine. Not by your making, but by its very nature. That this, your life, this is, again, a pretty powerful statement, and I've made this before, but this, your life, my friends, is not about your day-to-day responsibilities. It's not about your homework. It's not about your job. It's not about your paycheck. Give me a minute. Let me tell you what it's about. It's not about your kids and their problems that you never thought you were ever going to have. If you were a lady and you got pregnant, remember how happy you were? And if you're a man and your wife got pregnant, I'm going to have a baby. You never thought that this baby would ever grow up and get even with you. And this is where the rise to the karma philosophy fits in. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. It has to be karma. I mean, I don't know this guy that much. I mean, he's going to get even with me. But it's not about that. And I'm not discarding these things. I'm not saying throw these out the window. No, you can't. These are your responsibilities. But that's not what your life is about. This life is about the most incredible union of the finite and the infinite. This is where the two have come together. This is where you get to feel the divine that resides within you. From dust you came, to dust you will go. Take it to the bank. It's absolute. And the magic of those two things, the beginning and the end, is so you can be fulfilled. That's what this is about. Surprised? Oh, tell us how we can make our underwater house waterproof. Tell us how we can keep hitting our head with the hammer and it will not hurt. Tell us. This is what people think wisdom is. There are people, and more power to them. I've seen them on TV, they walk on fire. I was sitting there watching this. And I'm like, why? Is this a training exercise? In case your plane crashes and catches on fire, you'll be able to get up and leave the airplane? Why? God put nerves down there so you would hit something hot and go, ouch! Self-control. Do you control the thing that got you on top of the fire? See what I can do? And that's about what, 3-4 feet where the fire is? And this side is grass, this side is grass. You got to go from there to there. Go there. Go there. Why? Why? Because we are so out of touch with ourselves. So out of touch with ourselves that when we defy nature, we think that's a miracle. We do not consider a tree to be a miracle. That's not a miracle. When the milk comes out of a cow's udder, that is not considered a miracle. But when it comes out of a stone, it is. That you are on this planet Earth that is suspended. Do you understand? Suspended. Are you afraid of heights? Yeah. You know where you are. I mean, we climb 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet high, and we go, oh my God, that's really high. We get afraid. This entire planet is suspended. And what is the height? Not in feet. Try measuring it in light years. That's what's happening. You don't consider that a miracle? That out of dirt, a doll is made. And in front of your eyes, this doll walks, talks, dances, thinks, cries, laughs. That's not a miracle? That is the most amazing miracle. Most amazing miracle. You afraid of earthquakes? The planet that you are on is rotating, moving, shaking, changing, transforming. And you are okay. You don't consider that a miracle. We got a problem. We got a problem. We got a problem. We got a guy who's bought a car, keeps opening his hood and says, but I don't see any horses. And if I don't see any horses, where's the horsepower? No. Wait a minute. When they talk about horsepower, that's just a measurement. You won't actually see horses in your engine compartment. Wait a minute. If this is how we are viewing, if this is how we see things, then truly we are missing out the most fundamental thing. That of all those miracles, there is another miracle that happens. And this is the miracle of a breath that comes into you from nowhere and goes away. And every time it comes, it brings you the gift of life. This is not an Indian religious philosophy. This is not something that I concocted. This is not something that I made up. But look deep in the book of your own heart, and you will find these words there. I'm not here to tell you something new. I'm here to give you the good news that what you are looking for is already inside of you. I'm not here to tell you, pray for the blessing. I'm here to tell you, you are already blessed. Did you know that? Did you know you are already blessed? As long as the hand of God is upon you, on your head, firmly planted, this breath comes in and out. And so it is. That this life dances, that there is a want. There is a want in each human being to be fulfilled. That the thirst to be fulfilled, the thirst to be in joy is innate, cannot be created. It needs to be discovered. Discovered. And why? Well, the answer to that is Discover your thirst, and you will find out yourself. Should I be talking about thirst? Shouldn't I be talking about the water? This thirst has caused millions of wells to be dug. You understand this? This thirst has caused millions of wells to be dug. Civilizations placed on the edge of the river. Towns, cities, empires built around the river. Why? Because of the thirst. And what this inner thirst is about the solutions to joy and peace. Not questions, but answers. Not ideas. Because this is not about imagination. It is about reality. For each human being to feel that fulfillment inside themselves, in their lives. Is it possible? If you have that question, then discover your thirst. Just in Philadelphia, I was saying, there is water, and you need to drink water, and there's the thirst to cause you to drink the water. It works. There's food, you need food, there's the hunger to get you to eat food. When you have discovered this thirst inside of you, you too will understand the need to feel that fulfillment. I'm not talking about conjecture. And if you have questions about knowledge, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm not going to answer them. Is that a favor to you? You bet. All I will keep saying is empty your bucket. And when you do, you will finally make room for the answers to come. Because you see, the answers are inside of you. Do you believe that? No. No. We live in a society, we want to know something. I mean, now it's becoming ridiculous. You just go to the internet, type it on the Google and find out. Have you found out? A parrot can be taught, Polly, want a cracker. And the parrot will say, Polly, want a cracker. Does the parrot understand what Polly means? Does the parrot understand what wants means? Does the parrot really understand what a cracker means? Or is it merely something the parrot learns that if I say this, I will get a cracker? And that's it. Where is the understanding in this world? Where is the understanding in this world? Where? People are more educated now than they've ever been on the face of this earth. Do you know that? There are people in this world, and everybody comes up with their reasons. And reasons, there are many. Understanding is not about reasons. Understanding is what you understood, what you felt. It's not about preaching. It's about you reaching. You reaching and grabbing the answer. And going, yes. Now, I understand. So different. That's what I want you to do. I don't want you to say, now I have the answer. That's pointless. That's pointless. What I want you to do is to be able to say, now I understand. Now I know. And that's the way it needs to be. No less. And this is the cry that you have as well. If you have read 1 billion books, great. Read one more. And this one, make it the book of the heart. The book of the heart. No language is required. You don't have to be educated to read this book. No ABCDs there. All you have to be is be you. Not a concept of yourself. Did I hit another one? The concept of yourself? Yes, sir. That's exactly what you do. You're very good at it. You've created a concept of yourself, and the concept of yourself walks in front of you, you walk behind it. This is how it is. This is who you are. Somebody calls your name, and you turn. Ah, that's me. Really? Really? Then what was your name before you were born? Let me ask you one simple thing. I mean, this is something I'm thinking about, right? In my house, there's one place, and there's a picture of me. Not too many pictures of me, but in this one place, there is a picture of me. And this picture was taken when I was very, 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 very young. The other day, I was looking at it, and I went, where'd he go? I know I don't look like that anymore. Was he alive? Yes, he was. Where is he now? You can search the universe and you won't find that little boy whose picture hangs on that wall. Where'd he go? People will say, as somebody said to me, oh, he's still here. It's you. Yeah, but that doesn't look like me. This boy in this picture can't speak too well. I remember when that picture was taken. And I remember how obsessed I was. I had this little gyro, spinning wheel, and I was just like, this boy knows nothing about schools. This boy knows nothing about homework. This boy knows nothing about responsibilities. This boy only knows about one thing. And this boy knows only about one thing, and that one thing is to be happy, period. Where did he go? Because everyone sitting here once was like that. Your mission was just to be happy. Whatever it took. Happy, 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 happy. And now, let's not talk about happiness. We've got responsibilities. We've got missions. We got things to accomplish. We've got things to take care of. My question still stands. What happened to that boy? Because a 7-hour lecture like that to the boy didn't matter. The boy hadn't yet learned the routines. The boy only had one mission. It's something else. I've grown up, and what have I learned? You've grown up, and what have you learned? You've grown up, and what have you understood? For me, that mission should never be compromised. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned. Have you? Have you? Because if not, or if you have forgotten, may I remind you that that is a mission you cannot afford to compromise. That is real. That ultimately, one day, we all share the same fate. Ultimately. Ultimately, will we be recognizable? No. Ultimately, what will happen to us? This dirt will be recreated into something else. Maybe an eggplant, maybe an okra, maybe somebody else. I mean, cycle of birth and death. Not just coming and going, just being destroyed and recreated on the face of this earth. Come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. You have an opportunity A simple opportunity. If you can see it. If you can see it. How to see it? Empty your bucket. How to empty the bucket? Aha. It's easy. Just start throwing out of the bucket all that's not yours. And I guarantee you, the bucket will be very, 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 very empty. Because nothing in that bucket is yours. You were told, and you went, okay. You were told, and you went, all right. You were told, and every time you were told, and you went, okay, something was placed in the bucket. Something was placed in the bucket, and something was placed in the bucket, and unfortunately, it has gotten to a point there's no more room left for anything else. It's full. What's in the bucket? Part of all that goes around in this world. People fight over God. Hey, hello. Nations get polarized. Human beings express anger towards one another just for their opinion. Can you imagine if buffaloes did that? I mean, opinions. Just, I think tree should be yellow-green. It's like, to me, this drunk who's really, really inebriated, stinks like alcohol, finally climbs up the bus. Staggering in the bus, he finally sits down next to a priest. The priest looks at him, goes, "My son, you are going to hell." And the drunk says, "Sorry, I'm on the wrong bus." And he gets up. Opinions. We have created a world. There's a God. There's a God. And instead of just saying, okay, you know what? We'll never be able to figure out God. Let's just feel God, respect God, and sing God's praises. No. Cannot be as simple as that. Let's give God a gender. He. You think God needs a gender? Just use this. Let's give God hands. Does God need hands? We do. And we need a gender. But the one that has no place to go to. Why? Because that power, that energy is everywhere. Nowhere to come from and nowhere to go to. Why does that power need legs? It is so complex. And then there are people who will try to explain to you, of course, there's this, there's that, there's heaven, there's a gate, there's the walls, you get there, you stand there, you do this, you do that. Imagination and imagination and imagination and imagination. And what about the heaven here? Where do you find depictions of the heaven here? Is there a heaven here? Of course there is a heaven here. And the heaven is here. Is there a hell here? Of course there is a hell here. And it's a horrible hell. And where is it? When you are not here, that's where you are. It's very clean cut. Either or. Simplicity is in you understanding that the heaven is here. The simplicity is you accepting this blessing called the breath. Accept. You have learned how to question, but you do not know how to accept. And you have questioned so much in your life, and you will question yet more. And the breath will keep coming into you, and coming into you, and coming into you. And finally, one day, you will be attracted to this breath. And you will feel how powerful it is. And it'll be the last one that you take. Oh, you will be attracted to it. My God, you will be attracted to it. Do you not know that it was the first thing that everybody in the room where you were born, they were waiting for you to take? Do you know this? Everybody in the room is like, you came out. I've been there 4 times. I know. And the child, the baby, takes their first breath. And everybody's like, okay? And the processes begin. You don't take the breath ever? What? Out. Nothing counts. Nothing counts. And last thing, after checking your heart rate, this, that, pulse, last check. No, time to sign. You off. You're gone. You will be attracted to this. I want you to be attracted to it every day. Because when you are, when you understand this, when you accept this gift, it fills you with amazing, amazing joy. It brings unparalleled clarity. This is no mistake, my friends. This is no mistake. And then this life is filled with gratitude. Do you know what gratitude is? To be thankful. To be alive. Could you think of a better story? Could you think of a better ending to a day? Could you think of a better start to a day than to be filled with gratitude? For this is the ultimate gift. Maybe I haven't said much. Maybe I've said too much. But maybe I've gotten you inspired to empty your bucket. And at least see if you can recognize those things, that they're not yours. You never put them there. They're the voices of the people before you, who told you this is how it had to be. And you said, okay. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm saying this is your bucket. At least it should contain what you think it should be in there. Because this is about you. This gift has been given to you. Do you even see it as a gift? Or somebody else's idea that you read a long time ago, that somebody put in your head a long time ago? Gift will be after we die. Then we will go to heaven. And what's wrong with being in heaven while you're alive? And how come those people who claim you will go to heaven after don't come along with you? I mean, just simple warranty work. You willing to come with me? But for a master, it is no two ways. Whilst you are alive, experience that heaven. Because it's here. It's here. And if you don't, at least you got somebody to go to and say, hey, you know what? I don't feel it. Somebody said that to me. That was a few years ago in Delhi. Bunch of aspirants. And one lady gets up and says, I just received knowledge and I don't feel anything. So I said, well, why do you practice? Don't practice. She goes, oh, no. I mean, you should have seen it was quite a dynamic because all the people, there was about 5,000 aspirants, they all turned around, looked at her, and then looked at me like, yeah. What are you going to tell her? And I just said, well, stop practicing then. And she went, no, I don't want to stop practicing. I said, why not? She goes, oh, it brings me a lot of joy, it brings me a lot of peace. I feel good. I said, and what did I promise you? Knowledge is a beautiful thing. Understanding is a beautiful thing. This life is a beautiful thing. This breath is a beautiful thing. And being alive is a beautiful thing. And this is the blessing. This comes from Ramayana. It's a good thing, what is being said. That this body, Nartan, this body, is the vessel to go across this ocean. The coming and the going of the breath is my blessing. What you need is a master with strong arms who can row the boat across. Doesn't matter where it comes from. I like it. Because it's a simple formula for very complex things in this world. This is the vessel to go from ignorance to knowledge. That's the ocean. Unfulfillment to fulfillment. That's the ocean. The coming and going of this breath is the blessing. Cool. How do I know I'm blessed? Here, it just came in. I'm blessed. I just got blessed. And again, and again, and again, and again. And how can there be any question to whether I am blessed or not? Now, does that mean that the blessing will make me rich inside, not outside? Because what do you call rich? What do you call rich? This thing goes around, makes people believe that they are rich, but never stays with them. Your house, your home, that you call your home, it doesn't call you my owner. No. After you're gone, be happy to accommodate someone new. That's how it is. Is this yours? This stays. Goes back to being dirt. What is yours? But the blessing. Did you know how many times you have been blessed? You will go into Google search and go and look at the statistics for how many times an average person will breathe in their life. Give me a break. That's not what this life is about. Feeling the blessing. So, I've already spoken way too long. And I know you have to go to work tomorrow and so on and so forth. But even when you go to work, just remember you are blessed. And doesn't matter. If you have knowledge, you are blessed, and if you don't have knowledge, you're still blessed. Believe me, you're blessed. Knowledge is a mirror. Knowledge doesn't create faces. Knowledge is a mirror. Mirror allows you to see yourself in it. It doesn't actually go around creating faces. And that's what knowledge is. I just want to inspire you to please empty your bucket. Empty your bucket. Empty your bucket. At least look in it. Go, that's not mine. And how does this life work? More you shed. This is mathematically true. More you shed, the lighter you become. And when you are light, it feels good. So the idea isn't to be pressed down by all the concepts. Some people think, they're really into their concept marathon. More concepts I have, the better it'll be. The more ideas I borrow from other people, the better it'll be. No, it won't. You won't be able to walk. You will look like a cartoon, basically, with two little legs, big head, sore shoulders, trying to waddle in this world. And I know a lot of people I have seen who do look exactly like that, trying to waddle in this world, trying to figure it out. And here I come. And I'm going to speak, just in a few weeks, I'm going to be speaking to people who are going to listen to me. They would have come from far, far distances. Some places I'm going, it'll be 150,000 people. Some places 200,000 people. They will come. They will listen. And for some, even with that crowd, they will get touched. And who's to blame for this? Not me. Because I would have told them what they have always known. There's two kinds of audiences that I get. People who are very intrigued by what I say. The other ones, bored. They don't get it. They're like, huh? You know, they sit there and they go, heart didn't feel anything. It pumps blood. Well, that's it. Ideas, more ideas. I don't care what you call it. There is a place in you that distinctly has a thirst to be fulfilled. Whatever you want to call it, who cares? Because by calling it the right name does not change it. By calling it something else, it does not change it. It doesn't. It doesn't. So, feel in your lives that joy. Feel that blessing in your life. And know that in that, there is a beautiful existence waiting for you. So thank you very much, and I hope I'll see you soon. Thank you.